This is Chris the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? So, Povetkin's B sample came back positive for Ostarine. Some people aren't going to be surprised by this. When they pushed it back, because first they're supposed to come out with the results and they pushed it back. When that happened, I was like, man, they're probably going to find them, you know, it's probably going to come back negative if they're pushing it back. Because I was just going off what happened with the Meldonium. But nah, they came back positive, man. So I'm assuming that Povetkin's going to be banned for at least a year or two, I would think. I know he's going to be fined. This is just crazy, man. I'm thinking about this. Like, first it should happen with the whole Deontay Wilder situation, and then the very next fight, within months, you got something else in your system. Now, if you guys want to say it was a steak or it was some lotion or some shampoo or some oil or, whatever, that's fine. You know what I mean? I really don't even care no more about this, man. Povetkin is one of those guys, before all this shit took place with him and the Meldonium, before that even took place, I had Povetkin in my top 5. You know what I mean? I really consider him an asset to the heavyweight division. I thought he would make for some very intriguing matchups with some other fighters that are, in the division. Not just Deontay Wilder, but shit, Ortiz, David Haye, Joshua. You could throw him in there with anybody. Andrew Ruiz Jr. would have been a good stylistic matchup. The fight he has scheduled with Stavern would have been a good stylistic matchup for me. But now with this shit, man, this is just like, his promoter or Rybinski came out and he left a tweet. Hold on, it came with this article. I'll leave this article in the description box for you. And Povetkin's 37 now, so if he has to sit out for a couple years, man, who knows if he even wants to come back after that? Although it's not far-fetched that, heavyweight fights until his 40s. You got Shannon Briggs still around right now. Amir Mansour's in his 40s. Tarver's still trying to give it a go. You know what I mean? So it's not unheard of, But, shit, I think Freza Kendall's in his 40s too. But let me go ahead and look at this really quick, what Ryan Binsky had to say. Now, this was on Twitter. He says, an American laboratory confirmed Ostarine was found in Povetkin's B sample. The tests given in an independent laboratory in Lausanne, Switzerland are clean. So if you read between the lines with that tweet, he's saying pretty much like, well, yeah, see, when, the laboratory in the U.S. said, it's positive, but the one over here in Switzerland, see, they said it was clean. Pretty much trying to say there's like a conspiracy going on to try to get Povetkin out of boxing. And a lot of Russian athletes, people from that area, they feel as if that the Americans have it out for them. If that's how they feel, that's cool. I'm not here to try to change nobody's opinion, about any other region that feels a certain way about your region. I mean, if that's what you feel, that's what you feel. But to me, it's like if we're going to pick on some dudes from those type of countries, shit, we should have been picking on the Klitschko's years ago. We should have been trying to get them out of boxing. Because they was over here whooping ass. Look at Kovalev and what's the boy named Golovkin. They over here beating the hell out of people. If we're going to start a conspiracy, let's try to get Golovkin out, right? Because he over here whooping ass right now. So I don't see it as we're trying to get Povetkin out of the heavyweight division. Because, I mean, I'm not sure he, come on, man. I don't think he's even the best heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get why we will want Povetkin out like he's this threat to beat everybody in the division. I don't look at Povetkin like that. And like I said, there's guys that are on higher levels in different divisions from those parts that you would think, shit, let's try to get those dudes out before we fuck with Povetkin. You know what I mean? But that's just me, man. That's just what I think about it. Yeah, this B sample comes up positive, man. So I hope the WBC act swiftly as far as moving on with this interim fight for the interim title with Berman Stavern and get him an opponent, man. Whether it's now you look at the rankings, Povetkin's number 1 in WBC, Stavern's number 2. You got 3 Ortiz. Ortiz is scheduled. He has the mandatory for the WBA. So the winner out of Joshua and Klitschko, he will fight the winner of that for that WBA strap or whoever has it. He's the mandatory. All right, then at number 4, you have Kurbet Pulev, who's in the same position as Luis Ortiz, except for the IBF, because he's the mandatory. So he's waiting on the winner out of Joshua and Klitschko, too. Both of those guys are waiting for the winner of that fight, because they're the mandatories for those titles. So I'm not sure what they're going to do, or if they want to take on Stavern for the interim title. I'm not sure. Number 5, Johan Duhaupas, who actually stepped in for Stavern to fight Povetkin and got knocked unconscious. He is still the WBC silver title holder, and he is rated number 5. Andy Ruiz Jr. is number 6. Spilka's number 7. Carlos Takam, number 8. Takam just scored a crazy knockout victory over, what was that dude's name? Marcin Rakowski last week. So then you got Dillian White, number 9. Gerald Washington's number 10. Washington, we all know, is getting his title shot against Wilder. So Stavern can get matched up. Andy Ruiz Jr. would be a good matchup. Duhaupas is rated higher at number 5, but he just got knocked unconscious. But that fight wasn't sanctioned by the WBC. So the fight he had with Povetkin, it wasn't sanctioned by the WBC. So he still has his WBC silver title and his number 5 ranking. You know what I mean? And then you got Pulev at number 4. So I mean, any of those fights I'm good with Stavern having, whether it's Ortiz, Pulev, Duhaupas, Ruiz Jr., Spilka, Takam, Dillian White, any of those guys, man. Let's not. So hope the WBC doesn't wait around. I mean, they got what they wanted, right? The B sample. So they got it. Let's move on. If Povetkin comes back in 2 years or whatever his fine and suspension is going to be, so be it. If his team try to overturn this or take it to court, so be it. I don't even care no more, man. But let's just move on with that interim title fight and get Stavern in there with somebody and let Povetkin and his team take care of his business on the outside of the ring. Some people think he should be banned for life. Some people think, this is a big conspiracy and they need to look further into this shit. Me, personally, let's just move on with the Stavern and whoever he should fight. Povetkin needs to figure out what the fuck he wants to do with his career and start thinking twice about these things he put in his body. I'm not going to play the game of sitting here thinking that all these drug tests are just to pick on Povetkin. I'm just nah. One time it's okay, maybe there was some shit going on behind that and we could look into it, but when it's months apart and we have something else in your system, it's like I don't know about that. And to me, Povetkin's not even all that to try to get out of boxing. It's not like he's some boogeyman or he's the tearing up the heavyweight division or something. I mean, I don't get it, man. If anything, like I said, there's fighters at higher levels in their weight classes than Povetkin that we can try to get out of boxing if we were trying to have a conspiracy against Povetkin coming from the American standpoint. But let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm out.